Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm sitting here with Lassie, one of the members from Trip. How are you doing today, Lassie?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Why won't you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do?
So I'm Lassie, songwriter, artist, rapper, poet, whatever you want to call it, jack of all trades. I'm 1/4 of Trip, and I do a lot of the music. I do a lot of artistry and stuff like that. I also work with kids in the daytime. A lot of people don't know that, but that's why I do make sure the bills stay on. But it ain't all that what it's good to be. Right now I'm in the process of just making a lot of music, perfecting my craft, putting the time in, and just figuring out how I'm gonna get the best sound possible for everybody to hear and enjoy.
All right, well, why don't we just jump right to it, get to know you a little bit better?
Let's get to it.
So, what sources do you draw inspiration from for your music?
I think I drew a lot of the sources from my music from real life experiences. I also use examples of music that I heard and things that I want to create my own kind of sound with. I also draw experience from things that I've heard from other people. I think with music you can draw sources from so many places that it's always going to help you and always be there for you to make more new content, more new sounds.
What do you want people to feel from your music?
I want people to feel a various amount of emotions. I want them to feel not only what I'm projecting, but I want them to feel and what they get when they hear the song. I want them to have a natural feeling with it. So if it's a song where I may be talking about my own struggles or my life, I want them to feel that they're not that alone in the things that they feel, but also that like this is something similar that they can relate to.
What made you want to be an artist slash songwriter?
I think the most important thing that made me want to be an artist slash songwriter is just not only the ability to share the talent I have, but also the perks that come from it. And just if you really do this the right way and you take your time to work for it, you could change your family's lifestyle. You could change generations of your family. You could change all people that have helped you among time. So I think that's really one of the main goals too for when I do my music and what I want to be done when I'm done doing my music.
What do you think it takes to be an artist?
I think it takes individuality to be an artist. I think for you to be a sincere and true artist, people want who you actually are. So if you can't be that, then I don't think you don't have a lot of the steps or a lot of the needs to be an artist. To be an artist, you have to be able to find your own voice, your own sound, and share that with people. And if you don't have that, you can't really share something authentic.
All right. Where do you see yourself? Okay. Where do you see the world of music going in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, I see the world of music progressing greatly. Right now, we are 10 years from 2013 when we were still just started using iPhones and iTunes, and we see the progression those 10 years and how much of a gap it is. We make so much music and it's streamed, and we make so much music where you listen to it on the go, that in the next 10 years, there's going to be something completely new that we haven't thought of or even, started to scratch the surface on. So in 10 years, I think music will be in great hands, all genres, rap, R&B, pop, country, rock, like whatever you name it, it's just going to be so much better in the next 10 years.
Thank you, Selassie. Oh, thank you, Lassie.
That's
for Thank you for your extraordinary insight. I have one final question for you.
Okay, I'm all ears. Talk to me.
If someone were to gift you something, a present, what would you want it to be?
If someone was to give me a present, and then this is a great question. I don't know. I think a collection of music, like a great playlist or like a great album of music that they know that I could sit down and have a nice drink to, or I could just chill and listen to. I think that'd be a great gift that somebody could give me that I would deeply appreciate.
Thank you, Lassie, so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you for asking these questions. I love it.
We're sitting here with Dylan, one of the other members from the group Trip. How are you doing today, Dylan?
What's going on? I'm doing good.
Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and the role that you play in this team?
So I'm Dylan. I'm the CEO of Trip. I started this company with my 4 friends from high school. I'm going to take it all the way to the top.
All right, so we're just going to ask some questions to get to know you a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
The first question I have is, what are some of your hobbies? Any sports that you play?
I play ice hockey.
Ice hockey. Do you play for any teams currently?
I play for Team Puerto Rico.
Nice. Hockey is a white-dominated sport, if I'm not mistaken. Can you speak a little bit about your experience maneuvering through that world of hockey?
Yeah, it was a tough experience because it wasn't in a lot of people that looked like me in the sport, so there weren't any really, real role models in the, you know, pro level that I could look to and say, oh, he comes from a situation like I come from and he made it to the NHL. So really, maneuvering and keep having to go to practice and games and having to deal with all this stuff, in my environment, it was a lot. So
Did you have any support system?
my parents, for sure.
That's great. What is what is the craziest shit you've ever done?
Craziest shit I ever done. They're gonna say when I threw the chair off the balcony in the gym, I almost hit. Was it you, Dan?
You almost said Saw.
No, we're not gonna say Saw, but yeah, it was probably that situation. Allegedly.
You gotta beat the name on it.
Allegedly, yeah.
Okay. What is an important lesson you've learned from something crazy that you've done?
Everybody makes mistakes, so whatever you do crazy, it's not gonna be that crazy 5-10 years from now, trust me.
What is your favorite memory with the group trip?
Favorite memory? DR. We went on a group trip to DR. It was crazy. First night, first day. You know what goes on in DR, so.
What goes on in DR stays over there, huh?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
For
For real, yeah.
I don't think Dylan is gonna share any more stories about DR. Okay, we're here with another member of the group, Trip.
Yeah.
This is Daniel. How are you today?
How you doing, Megan?
I'm
Oh,
good.
well.
Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and your role in the team?
Well, I'm Dan. I'm the CFO. So, Chief Financial Officer. I basically let them know when we're wasting a lot of money buying unnecessary shit and literally burning our money.
So what experiences brought you to be in this position?
So, well, I got my bachelor's in finance at UB. I got a strong background in banking. A lot of boring accounting stuff, but yeah, I guess that makes me qualified.
So where do you see Trip in the next 10 years? And how are you planning on taking it there?
So, I see us all being millionaires, obviously. That's the whole point of this shit. We're supposed to run it up, trying to reach infinite paper and potential, so I not only see us all being rich, but, that's not the important thing, but also reaching our full potential.
All right, and here's an easy question for you.
Okay,
Hopefully it'll be easy for you.
let's hear it.
If you won $10 million tomorrow, what would you spend it on?
Okay, so if I got $10 million tomorrow, the first thing I'm buying is a big ass house. That's the first thing I'm buying, most likely. And the second thing I'm gonna buy, most likely is gonna be a nice ass car. I know, high management, but yeah, it's gonna be a nice ass car. Preferably something foreign. What's that? What would you buy, EJ?
ETH.
ETH? Oh, come on. More crypto. Did I need to say that? Come on. That's obvious. I'm the coin. So that'd probably be the most of my money.
What is the most important lesson you've learned in this journey with Trip?
I feel the most important thing that we've learned in this journey is that teamwork is really crucial when you start in a business, and teamwork is just really crucial when you're trying to achieve a very large goal. So you need people to come together, play different roles to get things done. So I think teamwork is the most important thing that I learned.
Do you have any side hustles?
Yeah, I got a few side hustles, Mainly right now, I'm getting into photography and cinematography. So that's
one of my big hobbies in laying the styles right now.
What will it take for Trip to be where you all want it to be?
I think for us to get where we need to be, it just needs to take action. We just need to keep the ball rolling, keep doing things, you know, keep our foot on niggas' necks, you know, keep taking care of the business. And we gonna get where we need to be.
Is there any way the community can support you?
Of course. So the biggest way you guys can support us is, you know, keep watching, follow us, keep sharing, you know, and subscribing to our YouTube channel.
So I have a final question for you. This is just so that the audience can get to know you a little bit better. What is your favorite movie and why?
My favorite movie would have to be Superbad. And if you've seen that movie is hilarious. And the thing is, my uncle actually let me watch that movie when I was like probably way too young to watch that movie. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Daniel, for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you, Megan.
Okay, we're sitting here with another member of the group, Trip. This is EJ. EJ, how are you today?
What's up, what's up? I'm doing real good today.
Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and your role in the team?
I'm Smack Foodie, the CFO of Trip. So basically, I work mainly with the social media campaigns and all the stuff you see on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and I'm probably the main editor as of right now of all Trip videos. So all the Trip videos you see on Instagram and stuff, that's like not music videos and stuff, that's all me.
Why don't you tell us the backstory of Smack Foodie? What inspired you to start it?
I ain't gonna cap to you, like, Smack Foodie was some real, like, random shit, though. Like, I really smoked a blunt. This is when I was living in the P's, though. So, like, I literally smoked a blunt, and I was like, I gotta do something with myself. It was, like, during the pandemic, niggas was not working, niggas was getting rich off UE, so I was like, I have all this money, and, like, I need to do something. In my head, I'm like, niggas could really get paid and not work. And I'm like, I bet, let me just make a platform for myself. So I smoked a blunt. I guess it was like I think it was some like cookies or some shit like that. It was some Zado, because I ain't gonna lie, my brain was working right after. I'm like, Smack Foodie. Like, I'm eat food and then get smacked. I do this every day. Like, Smack Foodie. Like, it's really a layout. Like, it was too easy to think of.
So you have history being in social media, being part of social media.
Yes. Smack Foodie was been around for like a year before Trip started. About that, yeah.
All right. Where do you see Trip going in the next 10 years?
Trip gonna go be global by like in the next 10 years. 10 years from now, I guarantee Trip is global. Like, the platform that we're creating is gonna be an extraordinary platform that's here to stay. It's gonna be so many different elements of Trip that like it's gonna be like unstoppable to beat us. Like, we're just gonna be on a whole different level than niggas.
Okay.
What is Trip's role in the community, and what ways do you think Trip can contribute to the uplifting of your community?
I ain't gonna lie, Trip is really here to uplift the hood, cause like all the members of Trip and everything we stand for is from like the hood. Like, we all grew up in our own different like realms of Harlem, but like we all went through the same shit. Like, we had to go, like, we had to eat ramen, like, we ate Frankenbeans, like, we went through, like, we was in the trenches, my nigga, like, we seen friends of ours, like, pass away early ages, like, we went through some shit. So, like, I feel like a lot of people in the world could relate to us, because, like, we're not perfect humans, but we go through life, like, we're not Capras, like, we're not Capricorn, shout out to me.
I appreciate that so much, EJ. Thank you. The final question I have for you is, what countries have you visited, and what countries have the most beautiful women?
Oh, man, you about to have me act up. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. So, like, the funny thing about traveling, though, is, like, my dad, like, this is some backstory for, like, Smack Foodie backstories. Like, my dad works for Air Canada, so, like, flying to different places is, like, very cheap because it's an airline. So, like, I've been to, like, Jamaica and, like, DR and, like, Mexico, and mad other shit. But the top trips I've been on, probably like definitely DR. Like, if you know, you know, man. DR is like, that was the first gang trip I like went on overseas, and that shit was, man, you had to be there. Another trip was OD. I went on a cruise with my cousins and my family. That shit was OD. Like, I'm jacking the whole island hopping vibe, and like the way the cruise is set up is like niggas will meet mad niggas from your like the same place you at, but like mad randomly. Like, I feel like every time I travel, I always meet niggas from New York. Like, they were all from Queens though. Like, Queens full of day-room niggas, bro. But like, like it be mashed like that though. Like, and then like the third one probably shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, shit. Miami, aka hell, man, I got some stories for that. Miami is just like a place to go. The most beautiful woman in the world is obviously the United States of America. The only reason I say that is because there's so many different women in the USA. It's like Dominican bitches, Puerto Rican bitches, African bitches, Southern bitches,
All the bitches.
West Coast bitches. Like, there's so many beautiful women in fucking New York. Like, I'm not even New York, like, the United States. Like, it's so mind blowing. Like, you could go to a whole different side of the US and meet a beautiful black new queen. Like, man, it's so don't even get me started, man.
God
Don't
bless
get me started.
America.
God bless America. Trump 2024.
Nah, you think hilarious, but I'm not gonna lie. On camera, that nigga is a movie.
That nigga is crazy.